Aus dem Turnier geworfen, ihn mit 6:2 bezwungen. Na, die aktuelle 74 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, Mike de Decker! Mike de Decker tritt an gegen den aktuellen Weltranglisten 11. 26 Jahre ist der Jung. Der Mann hat schon Premier League gespielt. Er ist einer der erfolgreichsten Akteure auf der European Tour. Zuletzt Gibraltar gewonnen. Es war bereits sein 4. European Tour Titel. Die Rede ist vom Bully Boy Michael Smith.
Well, on stage now is a man who has won 4 European Tour titles. Only Michael van Gerwen has claimed more in his career. Michael Smith, the bully boy, level with the great Phil the Power Taylor and Peter Snakebite Wright. 3 of his 4 have come this year. And Michael Smith returning to the winner's circle on the Euro Tour. Last time out in Gibraltar with a battling, gutsy display. One where he won every single match on the way to the final in deciding legs, and stunning deciding legs he put in every single case before he saw off Mensur Suljovic 6-4 in that final. It was a welcome return to form and glory for Michael Smith, a man with limitless potential in this game. And now that he has learnt to win again, now that he has convinced himself that he can do it and go and claim titles, is this the start of a golden year for the bully boy?
First leg, Mike to throw first. Game on!
It is Michael Smith versus Mike de Decker, the young Belgian. Rob Malarkey joins me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box for it.
Really lost on track of how many bullets Michael Smith dodged en route to that title in Gibraltar last month. It really was quite astonishing. Christian Kiss, Dimitri van den Berg, Rob Cross,
60.
and then in the semi-finals an epic against Peter Wright. Missed match darts on the way before he actually got the job done. And then 6-4 against Suljovic in the final.
100.
Gutsy, as you say, Dan, to get his 4th European Tour title. He won 2 of them in 2015. And also the European Darts Trophy in Leipzig 3 years ago as well, where he beat Michael van Gerwen in the final. So that's 2 times he's beaten van Gerwen in a European Tour final.
80.
And you just wonder what that title in Gibraltar will have done for him. Just to get him back on track. He had a mixed start to 2017. But this is certainly a very tricky hurdle to overcome as well, as Mike de Decker opens up a very, very significant cushion here and closes in on the first leg.
Mike can require 45.
Well, the maximum from de Decker gives himself a very good opportunity to get the first leg on the board against Michael Smith here. 8 is what he needs, though. And he doesn't get 29. It. And you can't let Michael Smith have goes at shots like this. He only needs 1 treble. And there it is. Tops. You cannot let Michael Smith have goes at shots like that.
Second leg, Michael to throw first.
Absolutely devoured by Michael Smith. That 117 checkout to kick things off for the number 13 seed.
Well, there wasn't a lot of love for Mike de Decker when he was announced ahead of his walk-on here from this capacity crowd in Hamburg, largely thanks to him knocking out their great hope Max Hopp in round 1, and doing so while antagonising the crowd that's about half this size last night, and it was still vociferous in its support for Max Hopp. They were bouncing off the walls here. But Mike de Decker cares not.
Cooked his ears a few times yesterday as well, didn't he?
Having gone 2-0 down to Max, who was superb for 2.5 legs. Took out a 170 and another ton plus checkout to go 2-0 up, and then capitulated against Mike de Decker. But that was still a good performance from de Decker, winning 6 legs on the spin, and playing not just Max, but 1,300 rather noisy Germans.
138.
Well, in one ear-cupping episode, it followed a 1-1-2 checkout. Really got de Decker motoring, and Michael Smith is motoring here. De Decker could do with this, just to maybe cup the ears once again. Look at this. Bullseye for de Decker.
145. Michael, you require.
Well, maybe Mike De Decker learning that taking out a 170 in the second leg of the game is not a good tactic.
Game shown the second
So
leg.
Mike De Decker sticking with the
Smith,
established
third leg,
method of
Mike.
going 2-0 down and then looking to win 6-2 as he did yesterday against Max, but might be a different proposition against the bully boy.
140.
Now, there were times when Michael Smith in Gibraltar established what looked like commanding leads, only to be pegged back.
140.
Christian Kiss being one example. Rob Cross trailed 4-2 and then won 3 of the next 4 to force a decider.
97.
Vandenberg as well did something similar. So even if Michael Smith opens up a 4-0 lead here, which he certainly looks capable of doing, he won't be taking anything for granted.
Oh, this looks like the exciting, the confident, the bullish
43.
Michael Smith, the one that has this phenomenally exciting potential. Look, well, he's hit the treble, my word!
68.
He's tried to hit the treble 7, he's accidentally gone into the treble 16. It's 168 score to leave himself 13.
It doesn't matter, he'll take it out. It's not a problem for Michael Smith. I think he can see the funny side of it.
80. Michael
There might have been a little
requires
moment there
13.
where Michael Smith was wondering, have I just bust my score there? Double 4, double 2.
Game
There it is.
shown the
12
third leg.
darter, another break
Michael
of throw.
Smith, full leg,
And Michael
to throw
Smith
first.
is
Game
just
on.
motoring. It is wonderful to watch when this lad gets going.
Yeah.
I genuinely think he could
93.
win big titles and win them very, very soon. He had a horrible year last year, but he has bounced back. At the start of this year, he was giving us signs that he was getting back into form. He was only pipped by Peter Wright in one of the UK Open qualifiers. He had darts to win the title.
55.
And look at that, 109 average almost, 116 first 9, and it can go up, it can rise. He's got
85.
his top level of performance, Michael Smith, is up there with the best in the world. He's a guy who's averaged 130 on the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
He can do unreal things on a dartboard.
77.
It has been too long since we've seen this sort of stuff from Michael Smith, but he's getting back into that form of old.
58.
Yeah, I was really pleased for him in Gibraltar, I have to say. And as you say, at the start of this year, a final, a semi-final and a quarter in the UK Open qualifiers. He's made 3 quarter-finals and a semi on the Players' Championship circuit as well. Just 1 quarter-final in 2016. Stark improvement. Michael Smith continuing in the same vein here as well.
Yeah, and he's left himself one of those showpiece finishes, which
We've seen.
on his best, I mean, he can make these look so easy. So devastatingly easy. Bullseye to start.
Go on.
Treble 19. Oh, doesn't get a go at the bullseye.
60.
But De Decker is being forced to take out big finishes. He had a go at the 170 and missed the bull. Can he get a dart at the bullseye here? Yes, he can.
99.
And he misses, not by very
Michael
much.
requires 72.
But the way things are going for Michael Smith, I'm not sure he's coming back to the board. He
Game
isn't.
shown in the
It's
full
another
play.
efficient,
Michael
clean
Smith,
kill
good
for
play.
Michael
Mike
Smith.
Smith,
It is
good play.
4-0 to the bully boy.
Well, opportunities few and far between for Mike De Decker. One presented itself there, missing the bullseye. I mean, he knew that this was potentially going to happen today. But Michael Smith is absolutely purring at the moment. He's really enjoying himself, but he will be conscious of what happened in Gibraltar, where he was pegged back. He will not be taking his foot off the gas here,
43.
especially against a player who is, or can be, a very, very capable player as well.
Yeah, look, Mike De Decker is certainly one for the future, but Michael Smith, having been
34.
one for the future, is very much one for now. Look, he's made semi-final of the Grand Slam. He was a quarter-finalist at the World Championship. And don't
96.
forget, Michael Smith was dominating in that World quarter-final and somehow managed to lose it right at the end. Had he made the semis, who knows, because he was flying. That was in the year where he'd gone on and won 3 European Tour events in a 12-month spell. And he just believed that it was his time. He believed that it was his time to go and do something. He thought he was going to end up playing Gary Anderson at the World Championship, smashing up his mentor and going and claiming the world. He thought the title was his. And he admitted that he was thinking too far ahead. And it cost him in the latter stages of that quarter-final, and he was knocked out got in the Premier League by virtue of his stunning displays over the previous couple of years, and it went wrong from night one, where he played 2 games, lost them both, and never recovered. And the whole year for Michael Smith,
that's the wrong side again.
The whole year for Michael Smith was a nightmare, but he's bounced back well, and that's the mark of a good player. Double 16.
Long way inside, and
at least it's not in the way of the double 8. That's the only bonus.
Game shown the
and
fifth
it's a bonus
leg.
that he makes the most of.
Sixth leg,
Well, Dedeka's off the mark here, and even though he is, this could well be the fastest match of the weekend so far. Still 16 minutes to record from yesterday. Nathan Aspinall against Chris Quantop were very, very swift on the oche in that 6-3, but Smith here looking to get this job done very, very quickly indeed.
Look, Michael Smith made his name as a massive, massive scorer, big 180 hitter, and he does it so fluently and makes it look so effortless. I mean, he's been accused of being lazy in the past. That's just his style. He isn't lazy, he grafts, he works hard. But look at him here, he is averaging 103. He's only hit a couple of 180s in that. This might be a third. So easy, so easy. But more importantly, he's only missed 1 dart at double. This is what Michael Smith is capable of. He has the all-round game to go and do special things. And Simon Whitlock or Andy Hamilton had better watch out, because it looks like Michael Smith is on the charge again on the European Tour. That is another 12-darter and a 5-1 lead.
7th leg, Mike to throw first.
Yeah, famous story about how Michael Smith, with his first ever throw of darts, over a ton. And you're right, it's just so effortless at times. It's just so smooth to watch as well, and he is tallying it up with some very, very efficient finishing as well today. There we see 2 12-dart legs, and there is so much to admire about the way that Michael Smith is going about his business.
59.
103, 112 first 9. That is
55.
That's not even Michael Smith at top gear. But I tell you what, it can be good enough to win your titles, that.
Mike Dedeka will, assuming he loses this, will look back at this and say, that is what I need to aspire to. This is what I need to do if I'm going to go anywhere. This is the sort of performance, the sort of player that I need to emulate over the next 2 or 3 years of my development.
Well, there you go. A couple of 7s and a couple of 1s tell the story of this game. 71% for Michael Smith, 1 and 7% for Mike Dedeka on the checkouts. Smith has just not given Dedeka much of a sniff.
Mike can require 170.
And again, he looks at the 170. But this time he won't get a dart at the bullseye. And Michael Smith will have a go at 152.
84.
To finish in style, the bully boy. Not going to happen.
102. Mike can require 86.
Well, the crowd singing Will Griggs on fire. I think Michael Smith is in flames here as well. Dedeka looking at the bullseye.
61.
Third time in the match that he's hit the 25 while looking for a bull finish. Michael Smith, well, double 10 it is. Right on the wire. And there it is, a 6-1 victory. The number 13 seed Michael Smith will take on either Simon Whitlock or Andy Hamilton for a place in the quarter-finals. They will meet tomorrow afternoon. The Hammer and Whitlock are kicking off this evening's session, but the most recent winner on the European Tour, Michael Smith, has charged into the final day of action as he goes in search of a 5th Euro Tour crown and that outright second position in the all-time leaderboard for Euro Tour titles. Mike Dedeka didn't have enough on the day, but a lot of players would have fallen to the quality of performance that Michael Smith has put in there. Halfway through the afternoon session now, we've got Kim Huybrechts against Peter Hudson, Ian White against Peter Jakes, and Joe Cullen against Justin Pipe. But before that, it is the Asp versus the Spartan as Nathan Aspinall faces Cristo Reyes.
Quite good.
I was a bit dodgy in scoring, but finishing, I'm never good at finishing, and today it was, but I take every game it comes. As long as I win the matches, I don't really care what I do.
How important was winning Gibraltar?
Massively. I think you saw by my interviews, I couldn't believe I actually won it. And when I did, I forgot how to celebrate winning the tournament because it's been so long. But to finally get that back home, another trophy in the cabinet, and to look at it every day thinking, I've still got it, I can still do it. So it's nice the practice is finally paying off, going to the pub practicing every day and thinking, is it ever going to come back? And finally it did, but it wasn't 100%, but I still won the tournament.
But I'm sure it's very good for motivation, for going back to practice boat, winning a tournament like that, right?
Of course, every time you're practicing and the belief's no longer there. It's been 2 years since I won a tournament, and trying to drag yourself out of bed every day to go and practice when you really don't want to, you couldn't care less what you want to do. And finally for it to pay off, and then now you're waking up before you should and going, I want to practice. No, I'm biting at the bullet. I want to go and practice now. I want to do everything I can do.
Great. See you tomorrow again. Thank you. Bully boy Michael Smith.